We shall see. Clearly made note of everyone's presence, and they are hyper aware of what is in front of them. If we see any kind of knock, then maybe the push is onto it. Oh, and there's the opener, Matrim.
Potential now abounds. Daytrade, I would say the favorites coming into this after the way that they handled those last 3 rounds. With these 3 more to go, Pubg's going down early. Daytrade isn't going to commit to going back over after them. I think that's a smart call. Just go ahead and let Virtus.pro pick up this point. It's not worth the sacrifice, just because leaving the position that they're at right now is just going to get riskier as it goes. You can see Pubg's just crawling up there, getting a little bit more information for him. And oh, that's some style there. Go ahead and use a grenade to finish that one off. Doesn't even take his leaves. I don't even care. Don't even care about anything you've got there. I'm just happy with the kill point. Area is just trying to control the north. Really, it just matters if somebody decides to contest back along this lines. And I think Volibear, not seeing anything out of this, is going to go ahead and feed the information back over. And here we go. TSG is going to be the ones that try to run through the VP gauntlet. Coming down the hillside, it's going to be set up in position, but oh, it's at the exact same moment that VP is going for a little bit of a reposition of their own, and now it is just a drive-by duel. Volibear coming through on the front part of this one, trying to get the shot back over the horizon. Going to force him back over towards the end of this, so they're going to make them have to condense down back a little bit, but this might be part of the plan. Everybody from Virtus.pro is already waiting along the sight line. One already down back over towards PSG. Flush already coming through. Next one's going to be running through. This is just turning into a mess. Sia just pops off for his team, manages to get one of them down, but Volibear trying to fight this one out, still has one of the members from VP back behind him, and this is just turning messy for both of these teams. Trying to capitalize off the opportunity. MCG is already trying to make a move out of this one. VP down to just 2 members. Volibear trying to crest up the hillside, and it's starting to be a back and forth toss battle. Molotov on one side of it. Volibear looking back over towards the other. Keep in mind, Sia is still back up. Finds the angle back over towards Virtus.pro. Gets another one knocked. Somehow, some way, they're finding a way in near on no cover to fight their way through this one. So Sia, pretty close towards the center, has a lot to work with. Lou last one up, and it's going to be Tank that mobs that one out. And there you go, VP, the first team eliminated.
I've got to be honest, I'm not really sure what the method to the madness was there, or what the strategy was. Maybe it was trying to lure them in and then pick them up and go for the old bait and switch, but ultimately it's cost VP their life, even to the point where earlier on you seen Batulins put a nade down on a knocked player to try and set some sort of a stance. Like, you can use that utility later on. There's money on the line now, so there's no time for memery, in my opinion. I'm very disappointed that VP was not set up ready to receive any team whatsoever, let alone TSG, MCG, whoever it was, just been setting up some kind of fortification. Instead, they were split from the wayside. Someone's cooking an aid, and one get knocked on the side of VP, takes down his teammate while doing so. Rather unfortunate. It is what it is. They're eliminated in last place for round number 1. Lay of the land. You can't really argue and ask for any more at this stage when MCG have to run the stairs, the stairway to heaven, the stairway to hell. I have no idea what it's going to be. They are going to try and pull the drive-by. That nade is ticked. That pin is well and truly pulled, and they've landed directly on it. The landmine is set, and now all of a sudden they've been baited into the open. He needs his teammates to try and help him out, which he gets. Nurins comes in for a level support that he was asking for. Flash there to finish him off. Sia has to run the gauntlet, and all of a sudden, Daytrade, they will just continue the run, the stance that they have put in motion today. 3 games already in the bag from the qualification in the quarterfinals, and they're looking to put a 4th on the board. The drive-bys here, the response is there.
Well, they're being a little bit more quiet with this one, and look at the patience and the trigger discipline, but not the trigger aim coming with that one. He really wanted to try to pick that one up for free and was trying to be as patient as possible with it, and doesn't manage to get it. That could have been a huge opportunity for Daytrade right there.
Matt, look at MCG. They've decided to sweep in on this one. They've realized what's going on. They've moved away from the church. They've left Ling there to try and keep a track. He'll be up in the bell tower, front and center, to try and garner as much information as possible. But now all of a sudden we've got a 3-way. It was a 2 versus 2, but everyone just rocked up to the party completely uninvited. Batulins open up the push switch. The confirmation's there. We spoke about MCG, third party, and they steal the point away. Nurins was fall as Lou finds him with the SLR at distance. Now things start to get a little bit more interesting for Daytrade because of that level of safety, that calm, stability has been ripped from them with the third party experience. They were trying to stop all this from happening, but all of a sudden with 2 teams just rushing their position to the same point of contact, it's totally fallen apart. You can't control this one. When you're seeing players drop from one team and another one just removing the points away from them, Yes, Daytrade had a buffer. Yes, they had a good point of circle, but they've literally been attacked by 8 players. There's nothing really that can set you up for this apart from just being a clutch master and somehow winning out your individual battles. But now we will see, unfortunately, one member of Daytrade left standing to try and hold the position, to try and keep them up in the rankings. The Tulin's edges forward. 2 of the players will be getting back on their feet on the opposing side. Venotica, don't do it, man. You're the last player alive. How can you still be cracking off like this?
Daytrade's whole strategy hinges around them being able to take these individualized fights. You were talking about beforehand when Duran's playing on the outside of it, always trying to assist. Venotica looks like he's in a little bit of a situation there. Does get the down onto another one. Gonna have to be quite careful about this one. We're looking at positional play coming through. VP taking a lot of blue damage off of this one as well. Venotica already down to about, I don't know, quarter of his life. Grenade's going to go ahead and be tossed back over here. The roll is good, and there we go. The streak finally ends. Keep in mind, this blue zone is coming in, and we just saw how absolutely horrendous it ticks for. Sia, let's just be honest. This guy has been star performing for the team. Gets the line back over towards multiple members. Gets a lot of damage back over into him. Now, can any assistance come into play? Virtus.pro does go down while this exchange is happening. Ping, playing the low position, might have the grenade range for it. Could the tree block it out? I don't think it's going to go far enough. Summer still playing back over towards the high ground, but it's still right along the edge of the zone, and so few options for anybody from Multi-Circle Gaming to work with. They're getting just rained upon with grenades right now. Ping finds another angle. Summer, the last one up, and TSG looks like they've just got this one in the bag. Summer is going to have to fight his way out of this one like we have not seen so far. Firmly surrounded every single angle, no options. Grenade being cooked, maybe, but I think it was tossed a touch too far. Runs out of the smoke.
Really slows them down now. This throws a massive spanner in the works. They'll have to commit to the res, try and get him back on his feet. Ultimately, they look, wait, Ling's pushing this. Ling is going for it. He's going to the buildings behind them.
They're trying to make some counter moves around this because they do have TSG that's taken a couple of shots at very long range. Good grenade toss, going to get some damage off. Not going to get the down quite yet, though. So Flash doing a good job of drawing a lot of attention, really just trying to make sure that somebody's focusing back over towards the so that way teammates can try to make some type of play off of this. Ling getting closer and closer back over towards it, but it's going to be MCG that provides the assistance on the backside of Daytrade, really just pumping them full of damage. Poochu's now all by his lonesome, isolated right along the edge of the zone. Not anywhere that he can really go with this one. Ling just going to go ahead and say, that's it. I'm just going to take the damage. We know we've got the position, and we just need to pay for it. There you go. Get the shots back over, and Ling does manage to make it back into the safe zone. Now, Flash, the only one left up for Daytrade at this point. TCG having a lot of control back over towards the angles that they're playing from. They're just right over towards the center and just peeking back and forth. Multi-Circle Gaming getting caught up, are going to get control of the north, but the zone is coming in. They're going to have to run through a wide open terrain piece with near on nothing to use for cover. The only thing that could happen is maybe VP. It's still just going to be about how VP and how aggro they get. And there you go, Daytrade fans. That's some bad news for you. TSG up at the top now with Daytrade eliminated. Can TSG hold back VP is the question, though, as it is just a slow burn right now.
Yeah, for everyone, we said the lay of the land is probably going to dictate how this one goes down, but at the moment, it's TSG racking up bodies, putting down numbers. VP. This one's definitely a bridge too far. The full send from Summer. Teammates here as well in capacity. Straight through the letterbox, the molly's down. Shan forced to run out, on fire, through the flames, but he can probably do some damage. From behind them, they've no idea. They are just straight tunnel vision of what's going on. There's a player down. If he gets the... It's gone a bit too far with that nade. With the underhand, it will be straight into all of them. They are just bottlenecked behind a car, but the Bison comes flying around the corner. They remove Shan, but VP's here to put a spanner in the works for all of them. Evil Lee Tank simultaneously still battling tooth and nail to the bitter end. There's only 4 players standing. MCG has fallen. And ultimately, I think we know the way this one is going. With 3rd and 2nd down, the winner will be VP.